Hi everyone, I'm right on time today. Okay, so I know it was good. Okay, so it was mostly good, and then there was a letdown at the very end, but I'll get there. Okay, so we start off with Jack and Diane, because remember they were supposed to be taking a honeymoon while they were in France, and they couldn't do it because of all the shenanigans that happened there. Okay. So then Diane planned some kind of romantic celebration, just the two of them, whatever. And while they're doing that, they're talking about little things going on. Apparently, Harrison, the character of Harrison, is coming back. I don't know when, but yeah. And then Claire and Kyle, because Kyle talked to, I guess, his mom, that the plans for them to move back in are back on the forefront. So that's cool. Okay. And then we switched to, um, well, first we switched to uh, Holden and Daniel. And Holden is meeting Daniel for the first time because, as usual, um, you know how people see people around town, but they don't really make introductions. One of those things. So Daniel's asking a lot of questions of Holden, and at some point he feels like he's being grilled. So he asked Daniel, "Did Kane set this up for you to ask this many questions?" And then they kind of like back off because they understand that it's not supposed to be an inquisition. So that happened. And also, Holden gets to know a little bit of Daniel's background and how he's connected to Kane, although Daniel says it's only because we happen to be married to the same woman at different times. And then of course Holden knows it's Lily, so you know um, that was interesting. Then Claire is having a conversation with somebody, and I didn't know who it was at first until she said the word Mariah because it looked like Victoria for a minute because it was dark. It was supposed to be nighttime. And then I found out that it was Kate Fairbanks as Tessa, and Tessa was telling Claire about how she's talking to somebody. So she let her know that she's talking to Daniel. So I guess she's getting excited. So yeah, the seeds of a relationship are forming, and I guess it can happen because what I was hoping for is that they would give the relationship between Mariah and Tessa a real shot to like get back together or whatever. But no, they're headed for their now. They're fully separated. Mariah's moved out of the house, and so I guess the next step would be divorce, but I don't know if that's going to go through or not. I mean, I'm guessing. So then that paves the way for Tessa to be with Daniel. So, yeah, called that one. Okay. Let's see, who else? Well, let's see. Claire was feeling bad because she wasn't there for Tessa going through all the stuff. And then Tessa said, "Well, you just lost your dad. So your family should be the focus right now." And I'm like, yeah. Um, and then, let's see. Oh, here's the letdown. Okay, so Phyllis comes to Kane's train car because he's got an obsession with trains. There's got to be a bigger significance to trains in Kane's life, but I haven't figured it out yet. But I mean, the way they talk about trains all the time, there's got to be a reason for that. Okay, so Phyllis comes to the car and she comes with champagne to try to christen the new location or whatever. And Kane says, "Well, they don't really do that. They do that for boats." And Kane is just in a foul mood, let's be honest. And but Phyllis, bless her heart, she cannot read the room to save her life because she thinks it's about um, the business and something going wrong with the business. And he's like, it's not about that. And I'm like screaming at the TV. I'm like, honey, two things I said. Read the room. I said that like 3 times. And then I said, connect the dots. If it's not about business, it's about Lily or his kids. Like it's got to be one of the two. Okay. So, hello. And, of course, because I watched the episode yesterday, I know that, there's a little piece that you have to connect from a little bit before to now. Okay. So, the thing you have to connect is that remember, Adam wanted to do a whole expose piece online about how um, Dumas was Cain, right? But somebody quashed it and said, don't do it, right? Well, then finally, Victor gave him the go ahead and said, do it. So now, you're supposed to imagine that the information has been splashed all online, and Cain didn't want to tell. Cain wanted to tell his kids by himself what the situation was. Well, he didn't. He didn't have that opportunity because the story was let out before he could tell them. So now the kids feel like they were lied to, which they probably were. But I mean, lied to the extreme and the whole thing. Okay, so that's what Cain is upset about. But Phyllis cannot read the room, and she thinks it's about business. Okay, further let down. Cain puts it out there, says, I think we're really similar, but, and here's the but. We are not partners, we're not a team. You're not the queen of my king, you know, whatever. And I'm like, damn, that was harsh. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe See, this is a romantic part of me where I'm like still hoping for something. So I'm like, maybe it'll be a slow burn. But the way it is now, he doesn't want anything. I don't know. But okay. Now I've had a couple of days to think about it again. And the reason why I don't like the Kane and Lily thing is because Lily has told him more than one time that she's not interested. And yet he's still fixated on it. Like he thinks that like if he has some kind of magic code, that'll be the key to get back with her. And it's like it's not like that, dude. She said no, just take it. Take the loss and just move on. And I'm not even saying romantically, just move on. You know? All right, so that's it. All right, bye everybody.